Hello everybody, this is Nuzcraft, and welcome back to some Cogmind. Today, I'm extremely happy to announce that Beta 5 has been released. Sorry about that. Little bumps and bruises. Beta 5 has been released, and with it comes a whole lot of really cool new features. For example, you may not be able to see it very well, but my screen is a little bit bluer than it was in the past. One of the really cool things that Kizrati has implemented is, let me see if I can pull it up, some methods for tweaking colors / brightness, saturation, etc. One of those is a preset called Sleepy, which I'm using at the moment, that kind of makes things look a little bit blue. It's like a low contrast kind of way to play the game. And I really like that. You can set all kinds of customizations. There's another preset called Autumn, which is more of like a reddish tint or a brownish tint than this sleepy one. And there's also all kinds of other cool things that you can do. Another that is actually set in the advanced tab. So if you really want to do that, check the manual. Let's see. See another thing. You see right here, kind of right in the middle of the screen, these lines all around here. These are the map borders, which you can kind of already figure out where the map borders are by just panning around. Like it makes you stop. But Kiz recently implemented a way, once again in the advanced commands, to see those map borders as opposed to just kind of guessing at where they were. I'm going to go through a little bit more of the changelog real quick, and we can talk about what that really means. So Beta 5 is called the Zionic Evolution. We're going to go through some of the more important things in the changelog. So there's 9 new unique named NPCs that we can go and find, and 13 more items. So we can go and find some more cool things, including a new wheel variant. There's 1 new terminal record. That's fine. 25 new score sheet entries, which is really cool. If you play in ASCII mode, so F3 will put you into ASCII mode. If you play in ASCII mode and you're in size 16, I'm currently in size 14, play on a pretty small screen, but you can actually change the font. He added in Terminus, Verite, and Kpro. So that's super cool. We already talked about some methods for tweaking the colors. Let's see, there's a new EM damage spectrum class. Fine. We'll have to take a look and see if we can find that. A projectile spread mechanic for certain weapons. So it used to be for things like rocket launchers and things like that. I think it's rocket launchers. Maybe not rocket launchers, but like, oh goodness gracious. There's some weapons that will shoot like a range of like rockets or projectiles or something like that. And it used to be you could kind of buff those with some like accuracy bonuses to get them all to go in the same spot. And what this means in forced projectile spread mechanic for certain weapons, it means that instead of just giving you kind of like, let's see, we go ahead and pick up an assault rifle, instead of giving you a line like this, it'll give you like an actual cone, which is pretty cool. Jump back into this mode. Let's see. Option 2, display the edges of the current map. You can disable the text standard printing text sound effect, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Robots sending distress signals to alert nearby allies. Display the range of that signal. In Beta 4, Kiz made the change so that when a robot sent a distress signal, it would tell you where, like what robots it distressed with like a, I think it was like a yellow square at the enemy's location. That is still in place for the easier modes, so easier and easiest. But for regular roguelike mode, instead of actually telling you where enemies were alerted, it'll just show you the range that enemies could be alerted, not whether or not enemies were alerted. And if there were, it won't tell you where they are. So it kind of, it's like a quality of life thing, but it isn't quite as, the past change in Beta 4 made it a little bit too easy, I think. Active particle accelerators and momentum show their modified damage directly on here. So for these guys, not necessarily an assault rifle, but if you have like a melee weapon, momentum can make your damage go up depending on which direction you're moving and which way you attack. And particle accelerators can increase weapon damage, and those modifiers will be shown in here, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Map areas discovered via terrain scanners and other methods, but never actually seen, are displayed in green scale rather than color. So we'll try and get a terrain scanner so we can see that. That's just to help you see where you've been versus where you haven't. If you have a signal interpreter, garrison access dispatch countdown timers are available on the map. Heat transfer damage may outright melt parts of an overheating robot. That's pretty cool. Never really thought about that before. Filter mass items label by applying an integrity percentage cutoff. This is really cool. So currently, if you press the number pad 3, it shows you all of the items that are on the ground. What you can do here, and what is already defaulted, is if those items have an integrity 25% or less, you simply will not see them in this list unless you press it again pretty quick. Then you can see all of them. And this is just to help declutter the things that you're just not going to pick up. This is a percentage that you can change if you really want to. It's within kind of the advanced options. And if you don't want to do it by percentages, like for integrity, you can also do it by a depth relative rating. So this assault rifle has rating, rating 1, right? Relative indicator of the item's usefulness and or value. So you can say like, oh, if I'm on floor X, I don't want to see anything below rating 3 or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Known faulty and broken items are not labeled on map, which is great. And then here we go. Yeah, mass labeling items a second time within 5 seconds ignores all label filters. If you're exiting a map and you have allies, but they're not within range to exit the map with you, you'll get actually a little pop-up now that says, "Hey, they're not coming with you yet." Here we go. So this next bit is a little bit spoilery, just a little bit. This update is called the Zionic Revolution because Kiz had made some pretty wide-reaching changes to Zion and getting imprinted. So, for example, imprinting prevents direct and indirect hacks at most OB10 terminals. So, you're not going to be able to hack things like locate traps. I'm assuming. I'm going to try it out this run, or at least try it out. But you can use the special Z hacks that you used to be able to do at terminals pre-beta 5 when imprinting. This time, like, those are your only options type of a deal. And they can't be detected, traced, or blocked on an entire floor. Let's see. Yes, rocket arrays and scattered rocket arrays have been improved. Those weapons have the cone firing terminal thing. Not terminal, the cone firing spread. So they're a little bit better now. Let's see. A behemoth cannot appear on top of cave exit stairs. It's very nice. Otherwise you can't exit. Let's see. Oh yes, remove the game menu. So if we come back over here, we hit escape, hibernate, abort, which is now called self-destruct. So save and quit, self-destruct, and quit are all on this main basic page. No longer is there a game page, which used to be number 5. I believe it used to be number 5, yeah. That's just over here. This was the only thing that was on that page, and it's just kind of easier to come to this main page. So I think that was a pretty good change. Let's see. What else is very important? I think that's a big part of it. The Zionic Revolution is like a really cool way. Zion, in the past, had kind of been a little bit overpowered because like there wasn't really a downside. Like the downsides were kind of related to other kind of optional branches that you maybe didn't even want to do if you got imprinted. So now it's kind of like a long-term strategic choice, which was the goal in the beginning. So there's some cool Z hacks that he's added. We'll have to try them out. We talked about the distressed robots, so robots that call for help. Enforced projectile spread. We talked about melee weapons. Color customization. Let's see. I think that is it. I think that's the gist of it. There's some really cool stuff in this beta. I'm really looking forward to playing a little bit. So enough rambling. Let's see. Did I even start the stream? Yes, I did. Okay, so we are actually streaming right now. Yeah, let's get playing a little bit. So I think a couple things. We've been playing in keyboard mode, but I think I'm going to play a little bit with the mouse today. It won't be for everything. It'll mostly be for like targeting and switching weapons and stuff. But I'm feeling like that's what I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this guy up here. We can be slow. That's fine. Let's go for some wheels. Another kind of cool thing. Was this in beta 4? The small storage unit at the beginning? I think it might have been, but I don't remember. Grab another small storage unit or a tractor beam. I think that's pretty good. Backup wheel. We might grab, if we can grab a terrain scanner. Improved terrain scanner. Let's go ahead and do that. That way we can maybe see some of these green greennesses. Let's see, what do we want to drop? Let's drop these treads. I guess I wanted to do this backup. Seismic analyzer. Yep. Can you see? Okay, let these guys go. All of these little things are a little bit green, which is super cool. We should be seeing that as we go to the next level. How are we on? Alright. Alert, a robot has emerged from the scrapyard. And see, look at this coming in handy. We've got those map borders. So we know that we're at the top right corner of the map. Otherwise we would Alt and pan. We can see really just how small Kizin made sub-level 10 materials in Beta 4. That was a change that was made in Beta 4, where you really don't have to spend so much time here. Cool. Medium laser, a matter pod, a mining laser. I'm not a huge fan of the we do kind of need some guns, don't we? I guess I don't need the seismic analyzer. What does it do anyways? Increases turnable scanning density by 20. We're going to grab one of these guns. Those are both large matter pods. Yeah. I don't really like the thermal weapons on some of the early floors because it's just not that easy to manage heat. I've run into that a couple times where managing heat has been a bit of an issue. Let's see, let's just go south. There's a trooper. Yeah, let's go through here. I kind of like this sleepy. It's a little bit easier to see stuff that's not in your main view, which is pretty cool. Is that other guy coming? Or is he not coming? Got a light nuclear core. Let's go ahead and drop. Put this guy on. Oh look, it's better. Let's see, repair station index. No, hauler manifests. Maybe 70% hack. So we got a hauler with medium storage units, and one with wheels and an escort. So the one without escort has a storage units. Probably want one of those. If we do layout zone, don't really need to see much. Access made, 5%. Ah, there's an exit.